Russia and China are joining forces to challenge the West's dominance in commercial aviation. Their goal: build a next-generation jet engine for the C919, China's answer to Airbus and Boeing. Europe, home to Airbus, faces a seismic shift, potentially losing markets and influence. A successful Russo-Chinese engine could redraw the map of aviation power. The race for the skies has entered a new era. The jet engine's legacy is one of rivalry, innovation, and national ambition, born in World War II and pushed further in the Cold War. Boeing and Airbus ruled the skies, but relied on a few engine makers: GE, Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce, and CFM International. Now, Russia and China are joining forces, aiming to break the West's monopoly and reshape global aerospace power. At the center of this story is the COMAC C919, China's bid to rival the Airbus A320 and Boeing 737. China, poised to become the world's largest aviation market, has long relied on Western technology for its jets, especially engines. The C919, powered by the Western-made LEAP 1C, symbolizes both progress and vulnerability. Beijing's goal: a truly homegrown aircraft, free from Western control and sanctions. Early Chinese engine efforts, like the CJ1000A, revealed the scale of the challenge. The partnership with Russia is designed to accelerate progress, combining expertise and resources. The new engine, based on Russia's advanced PD-35 core, aims for ground testing by 2027 and certification by 2032, an aggressive timeline in aerospace. If successful, the C919 will roll off assembly lines with a Russo-Chinese heart, reshaping the global aviation landscape. For China, it's about technological independence. For the world, it's a new era of competition. The stakes are high, and the countdown has begun. The skies may never look the same. The PD-35 engine is the centerpiece of Russia and China's alliance, combining Russian research with China's industrial might and funding. Hundreds of engineers are co-developing critical components, aiming not just to copy Western engines, but to leapfrog them in efficiency. The first version will power the C919, but the technology could reshape the global aerospace industry. Europe's response is a mix of public confidence and private alarm. Officially, leaders and executives at Airbus and Safran project strength, emphasizing innovation and fair competition. But behind closed doors, the numbers are sobering. China's demand for over 8,000 new aircraft could shift dramatically if the C919 succeeds. The financial blow to Airbus and its supply chain could be massive, threatening jobs and industrial leadership. The European Commission is reviewing the strategic implications, from state subsidies to intellectual property risks. Calls for strategic autonomy and increased investment in critical technologies are growing louder. Europe is accelerating next-generation programs: Airbus's Zero Hydrogen Jet and Safran's Rise engine, to leapfrog the competition. The strategy: make the Russo-Chinese engine obsolete before it even enters service. For Europe, this is a race it cannot afford to lose. The continent's status as an aerospace superpower is on the line. The stakes are not just economic, they're about Europe's place in the world. The challenge is real, and the response is urgent. The future of European aviation hangs in the balance. A third major engine player would shake the aviation world. For airlines, more competition could mean better prices and deals, especially in China and emerging markets. The C919, with a new engine, could force Airbus and Boeing to sharpen their offers. International airlines, however, face tough choices. Switching fleets is costly and complex. The C919 must offer clear economic advantages to win over global carriers. For budget airlines or those aligned with Russia and China, a cheaper alternative could be appealing, splitting the market. Passengers might see lower fares and more choices, but safety and reliability will be under scrutiny. The new engine must prove itself to regulators and the flying public. The biggest impact, a shift in global technological leadership. A successful Russo-Chinese engine signals the end of Western dominance in complex industries. For Europe, it's a wake-up call to defend its industrial edge. The aviation market is on the brink of transformation. The world is watching who will lead the next era of flight. Industry experts like Dr. Richard Abulafia offer a reality check. Building a world-class jet engine is a monumental task. Delays, cost overruns, and technical failures are common. It's not just about design, but materials science, manufacturing precision, and global support networks. Even if the new engine meets specs, earning trust from airlines and regulators is a huge hurdle. Yet, the Russo-Chinese project isn't just commercial, it's geopolitical. Strategic autonomy, not short-term profit, is the goal. Even a good enough engine for China's domestic market lays the foundation for future global competition. The short-term risk for Europe, losing the Chinese market. The long-term risk, a new global competitor emerges. Europe's best defense, accelerate innovation, especially in sustainable aviation. If Airbus leads with hydrogen or hybrid jets, it could redefine the race. Staying ahead means setting the next paradigm, not just keeping up. The challenge is real, and the response must be bold. This partnership is about more than engineering. It's a geopolitical statement. Russia and China, constrained by Western dominance, are forging a new axis in high-tech industries. For Russia, it's a lifeline. Sanctioned and isolated, it finds new relevance as China's technological partner. For China, it's about self-sufficiency and securing its aviation future, free from Western restrictions. The collaboration blurs lines for Europe, forcing tough choices about technology sharing and industrial policy. It strengthens calls for a more defensive European stance against coordinated challenges from the East. The engine deal is a political act, demanding a unified European response. The stakes go beyond business. They touch on values, security, and the future of global power. The world order is shifting, and aviation is at the center of the contest. The next moves will define the balance of power for decades. We stand at a turning point in global aviation. The Russo-Chinese engine project is the boldest challenge to Western aerospace in half a century. It's about more than hardware. It's about redrawing the industrial and geopolitical map. Europe's response: innovate, invest, and race towards sustainable flight. The ripple effects will touch airlines, passengers, and economies worldwide. We may see two distinct aviation ecosystems emerge, one Western, one Eastern. The technical and commercial hurdles are high, but the geopolitical will is strong. Will this alliance break the Western monopoly, or will innovation keep the West ahead? The outcome will shape the future of flight for generations. What do you think? Are we witnessing a new dawn or a gathering storm? Join the conversation.